Hello, this is Victor Santana and welcome to Stock Hunter Stock Market Midweek video for June 3rd, 2009. How's everybody doing? Hope everything's going fine. So let's take a look and see what's been going on up to this midweek period. So let's take a quick look. Here we're looking at the Wilshire, the total U.S. market. As you can see, we are trading above this channel line now, which is good. Sell stops still maintain it right at this level in case it starts breaking down, just to see what we get out of this from this Friday. Now, looking at the signals here, we are already into the 1, 2, 3 weeks being over here. We're generated to be cautious. Just starting to look like it's touching here. It may just tap it, or it may break through. So I'll take a look at this and keep our eye on it. Now drilling down to the daily chart here. As you can see, we are still above the 18-day moving average, which is a positive sign. It has pulled down. I would set our exits if it breaks down in this area here. So just keep an eye on it. There's going to be a lot of support coming up around in this area. So either it's going to get a good bounce to get back up here, or it's going to break down and we'll see support down in this area or this area. However, if you look at the stochastics here, as you can see, they're going down, but if they embed and stay above the 80 for the next 3 days, then we could see a higher price movement. However, if it breaks down under 80, then we know we're on a downtrend, at least for the short term, based on this. The max CD is still up high, and the RSI is now rolling over and headed down. So keep an eye on it. For those that think we might go up higher, I would put an order to get in around at 70 if we do break up to the upside, because we are still on the upside of things. Okay. Now let's look at the Dow here. The weekly base here looks like we touched the 200-day moving average here. Pulled back a little bit, so just maintain our sell stops at where we were. Looking at the stochastics weekly base, signal still here. The trend is moving upward. We've been in this 2 weeks, so let's keep an eye on that. And drilling down to the daily chart here, you can see we ran right into the 200-day in addition to the Bollinger here, so that is probably why we got a chance of going down. We may come down to touch this area before determining if we're going to go ahead up higher or lower. So at this time, just stay and watch. Those that are in it, I would say if we break below 8,300 and to get out. As you can see, stochastic showing that we are oversold, and the RSI is rolling over, going downward. So keep an eye on that. Looking at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq is way up there all by itself practically, which is a very good sign. Sell stops maintain them where we were, just to be safe. And looking at the weekly stochastics here, we're 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, and we so far this week breaking above, up and over, so that is a very good sign down in this area. But the week isn't over, anything could happen, so watch. Looking at the daily end of things, as you can see, we broke above this Bollinger, now pulling back under. We are above the 18, which still gives the benefit of the doubt on the upside. A lot of support is going to be building up if we do head down. around in this area. Stochastics are rolling over a little bit here, so we're still on an uptrend. And for those that are in, I would put the exit point right around in this area. So if we break below that, which is the 18, and then time to get out and wait to see what the market wants to do. And if you look here, RSI is going down a little bit. Alright, S&P 500. We are over the 200-day, as you can see here. Maintain the sell stop around in this area for now. And as far as the stochastics weekly, we are 1, 2, 3 weeks into this. Looks like it wants to roll over. We'll have to wait and see. Roll over to the upside, that is. And going down to the daily, this one here is already tapping against the 200, bouncing out on the Bollinger area here. Okay. One thing that I've noticed to be cautious is on the max CD. If you draw the line here, it's going down, while this from this point up was going up. So usually there is a bullish sentiment going toward the downside. So something to keep an eye on, and we'll see what happens. Now on the Russell 2000, which are the small caps, we broke above the channel, floating above the 200, which is a good. And looking at the signals here, still be cautious. We're into 3 weeks since there, and we're going to see if we're going to be able to cross over or just reverse lower. So wait and see. Going down to the daily chart here, we are over the 18, and RSI is still above in this area. Stochastic did not reach oversold, and it's still kind of an uptrend. And for me, in this case here, I would draw the line to get out if it breaks under around in this area. So we have a lot of support building up in this area here where the 200 is. Okay, and then finally, let's look at the global market. The global's finally still on an uptrend channel, as you can see. So keep an eye on that. As far as stochastics, they are crisscrossing together very tightly, so it's neutral stance right now. And going down to the weekly level, as you can see, we have bounced up into the Bollinger Band area, pulling back. We do have the 200 and the 18-day crossing here, which is a lot of support in this area. So if it breaks below here, we get out. So if we get one, a little bit down further, it'll be a good opportunity to maybe pick up some shares, because we are still above the 80 line here, and the max CD is still heading up. So something to keep an eye. We'll see what the end of this week. And as far as some ideas to get in here, midweek, Walmart looks good. Several reasons. Max CD is now headed upward, crossed in this area, which is a good sign. Stochastics are going up, slightly increased volume, not too much, and we are now over the 18 bounce. We're up against the Bollinger, so any pullbacks may be worth getting into, and with an exit point of down in this area to get out if it reverses on us. Short-term projection could be up in this area here. And then one other one was applied materials, and this one is just bouncing right above the 18, and the 200 days right over here, which is some resistance. So if it could break above around here, 1160 is a good potential candidate. We are going up as far as stochastics, max CD. So this is maybe a good consideration for an investment as well for the long term. And that's pretty much it for now. So keep an eye on the markets, and may the trend be our friend.